You start this week.
No.
You start. You got your Rusev Day shirt on. This is a good week for you to start the show. Go. I got a very old shirt on. I hope everybody can see it. It's at the time when WWE was quite hot and South Park was quite hot. Same time. Late 90s, maybe 97. So it's actually officially WWE licensed merchandise. It seems very odd because they're ripping off South Park's sort of deal.
I was going to ask, did they have to...
I don't know. I've never seen this shirt anywhere in the world other than the one I have right here. So I don't think they sold a ton of them. Let's go ahead and jump into the week that was wrestling. Let's start right off the bat with your favorite, apparently, subject, Rusev. The whole Milwaukee situation. What did you think?
I thought it was good. I kind of wish that they would have done it a little differently. Like the video, I can obviously tell that there was more to what she was going to say than that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they could have played it a little better.
Yeah. I want you.
Right.
And it cut off, so it was very funny. But yeah, I thought it was fun. The crowd loved it.
Yeah.
I like stuff like this, episodic television, where now you kind of got to wait to see where else it goes next week.
I didn't really care for, like, the Rusev, like, running after Aiden English. Like, if they're trying to make it seem like Rusev is torn between Lana and Aiden English, like, they shouldn't have done it that way.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think it's fun. I'm sort of curious to see where it plays out. I don't think. I don't know where it's going, so it's fun, which is good for me. I like when something I'm not 100% on where they're going with it, but I don't know if it was quite the payoff that people were hoping for, that maybe we were hoping for, but I don't know that this is a payoff. This is just a continuation, so I'm okay with that. I'm patient. I like things to take time and a story to be told, so I thought it was fun. Speaking of fun, Monday night, Kevin Owens and Elias made a comment to Seattle about their basketball team, which had left, if you didn't know, and went to Oklahoma City. And the crowd was quite unhappy with the situation. What did you think about that entire situation?
I thought it was awesome. I love when stuff like that happens. I wish that crowds were like that all the time. Not just whenever people call out their cities, but I understand why they were that way. I like whenever the crowd is interactive.
I like an interactive crowd too, but are you at all bothered whenever the crowd takes over a show? Because that's sort of during about a 7-8 minute period there, they took over the show. So it wasn't about the performers at that point. It was more about the crowd. Does that bother you at all, or are you okay with it?
I was okay with it because I felt like they continued to push through the crowd. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like the show had to come to an complete halt because the fans... Yeah. I don't know.
It's a fun heat segment. I saw someone online compare it to the kind of heat that Vicky Guerrero used to get 10 years ago. But I would argue that it's not, like... Because Vicky Guerrero's heat, I don't know if you remember from 10 years ago, like it would carry from city to city. She would come out and scream into the microphone, "Excuse me!" And the crowd would drown her out every city she went to. So she had legitimate heat. Whereas I think next week, whatever town Elias goes to, he's going to have to start all over and say something smart to get people to boo him.
And I think that that's what he's been doing every week.
Yeah.
I think that this week has just been the week where he's gotten the most heat.
Yeah. I just don't know that it's real heat. Because I just don't think it's going to carry over. And I know that, some people are going to be...
It has nothing to do with his character.
Right. It just has about what he's saying in that moment. Because I think because of his overall character, I think people want to like him. He says mean things sometimes. So to me, he's not a real heel. Like a heel is somebody... Like in a lot of ways, Kevin Owens is a lot better heel than what Elias is, because people are with him and then he has to work to get them to turn on him. Whereas a lot of cities Kevin Owens goes to, people just boo him right out the gate. Or I don't know who else is really good at being a heel right now besides Brie. I don't know. There's not a lot of really great heels anymore where You just walk into one town, every town. The Miz, sort of.
Right.
He's a really good heel, but he's so good at being a heel
that he's
getting a little bit of the Piper treatment, which is before your time. But Piper was so good at being a heel that people started to really respect how good he was at it, and started to cheer for him. So. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think that the Elias thing carries over week to week. I thought it was fun in the moment, and I think it creates a memorable image for the week. I don't know what it does for him as a character going forward. Speaking of going forward, this feels like a step backwards for us. Super Show is on Saturday, and it's at 5 a.m. in the morning, East Coast time. What do you think?
Awful.
Yeah. Any chance that I'll wake you up and you'll be like, yeah, let's watch it?
No.
No.
Well, you'll have to wait until I wake up, whenever I wake up on Saturday, and then we'll watch it.
Right.
There's no way I'm waking up at 4:45 in the morning to brush my teeth, change my clothes, and then watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough for over here, but maybe they just don't care, I mean, they know that it's not like a regular pay-per-view. People are going to tune into it, and I think they sort of expect. Because they even said something about it. I think maybe on Raw.
Renee Young said something about, like, if you just get the WWE Network, you can watch it whenever you want.
Right, yeah. So I think they sort of realized a lot of people weren't going to watch it live. And I guess I'd be curious to see, like, how the viewership stacks up when people are going to watch it on delay, as opposed to viewership of, like, SummerSlam, where it's on at 7 in the evening and people can watch live, or are a lot of people going to tune in and watch this at this sort of odd time for us here on the East Coast?
Yeah, that is.
And I don't know if they'll ever release that information. I'm sure they'll have that information, but if it doesn't do well, I'm sure they don't want us to know.
Right, and I mean, West Coast, they got to wake up at 2 or stay awake until 2 a.m. and go.
Yeah,
until
is that
whenever,
how it works?
Yeah, that's what time it said.
Okay, yeah. No. So I don't know. Are you at all excited for to see the show? Is there anything that sort of grabs your attention? We touched on this briefly last week.
Yeah.
Is there anything that sort of grabbed you since then?
Not really.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over the Shield versus whatever their name is.
Yeah. I don't know what their name is.
I
think the big one for me is the Daniel Bryan and the Miz. Maybe you're not excited about it. I'm excited to see the Iconics versus Naomi, and just because it's their home country, and I'm really curious. I love to see sometimes how a home country that doesn't get wrestling like that all the time gets to see their homegrown folks go out and perform. And I you and I are on opposite ends of the page as far as the Iconics go. I really like them. I think there's something unique and different and special to them. So I'm curious to see what they do with them. I mean, I think. One of them, Billie Kay or Peyton Royce, she lost on SmackDown last night, so sort of sets up for them to win in Australia, which I hope they do. I think it would make the most sense.
Yeah. But
time will tell. That's one match I'm sort of looking forward to. There's not a lot of other ones that really grab me. I'm sure that the New Day versus the Bar will be really good.
Are we getting no U.S. and no Intercontinental and no Raw tag team match?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Yeah. That's weird, right?
Yeah, because
Seth is in Nakamura?
Who is he going to wrestle? I mean, we haven't heard anything about him wrestling anyone.
Yeah, that's so weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like an international star like Nakamura, well, they'd be first in line to put him on the show. So, yeah, that's sort of weird. I don't know. I guess
there's not a lot of belt matches. No Universal Championship because, so
that's weird too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just Lesnar wasn't going to go unless he wins the match. That's all I can figure.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody should cue. If that's the case, someone should cue up Lesnar that it's not real. Like, just lose the match. Who gives a crap? I mean, it's just so dumb to me. I don't know. But speaking, I know you said you're tired of the Shield. But it sort of seemed like they wrapped up last week with the Dean Ambrose thing. But somebody must have liked it enough that they brought it back this week.
Yeah.
And do you think there's any chance that Dean Ambrose turns on the Shield?
I think that he will turn. I don't know if it will be on Saturday at the Super Show. I kind of doubt it.
You think he really will?
I think he will.
Okay. You think it'll be a good thing? Think it'll be a good heel turn?
Yeah, I think it should. I think it will be good. I think that you'll get a lot of Seth versus Dean. I don't think you're going to get any
Seth versus Dean versus Roman.
Yeah.
You don't think?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I think it could still be any of those matches could be fine. I think. Dean's certainly the most unique character in the group. So I don't know. I think it could be. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm sort of over Roman so much that anything they put him with right now is just gonna, even if it's something like Dean Ambrose, like I just don't know that I'm gonna get with it. So I hope it's not Roman, but I don't know who it's gonna be if it's not.
Yeah.
If it's not Dean and Roman, or who's Roman gonna face going forward. So I don't know. I'm just. I feel tired. When I think of Roman Reigns and everything he's been doing for the last year, it just makes me want to take a nap.
Yeah.
And that's
I feel
not
like
good.
that way a lot about wrestling right now. It's just, I feel like we're seeing the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I'm just, give me something new.
Yeah, man. I remember, when I was younger, when I was a teenager, like I would so look forward to see one particular match. And now if you're looking forward to a match, expect to see it 12 times. That's for real. How many times did we see Dolph and Seth Rollins? It was so many times. It was just like I didn't care anymore. Like I didn't care.
Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns.
I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's not by any fault of the guys,
Right.
Because they're all pretty good at what they do. It's just monotony. It's just how many times can you see the same thing and get excited about it? I don't know what the solution is because they're filling up an astronomical amount of television time, and I don't think we're going to see a change because their TV contracts are worth way more money to them than what their live gates people going to the shows are. So even if the attendance goes down by half, they still have $2 billion coming in over the next 5 years from Raw and SmackDown. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Speaking of Raw and television. The end of Raw saw a collective group of men that their collective age was over 200 years old. The Undertaker and Kane. Oh, I didn't shut off my phone. Sorry about that, folks. I don't even know who that is. Don't call me. Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels. Poor Shawn Michaels. He has lost the battle to age. That hair's all gone now. And Triple H, who actually looks the best of the group. I know we've sort of been him-hawing around the last few weeks about this. Are you any more excited now to see Undertaker versus Triple H than you were 3 weeks ago?
I thought the stuff on Monday was good. Like, I enjoyed seeing that stuff. It seemed very slow.
Yeah.
Like, I know that the collective age is over 200, but if you can't do it, you just gotta be done.
Right, I agree.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a very poor match at Super Showdown, and then whenever they go back to Saudi Arabia, and there's rumors there's gonna be DX versus
the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah, the Brothers of Destruction. That match is gonna be atrocious too. It's just.
I bet, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to see a lot of stuff happen in the match, but Undertaker's smart. Triple H is smart. Shawn Michaels is really smart about wrestling. They'll figure out a way to give you something compelling. It's not going to be, the match that you would get from Finn Balor or Seth Rollins, but I bet you there's something compelling to it. Because if you would have went into WrestleMania this year and you just said, what do you think the best match in the show is going to be? Would you ever have guessed in a million years that the best match was going to be Stephanie and Triple H versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey? No. Because you had two people that one had never worked a match and the other one barely ever worked a match, and two other guys that were literally 10 years at least past their prime. You wouldn't have guessed it, but they're smart. They know how to pace. They know how to take their time when they need to. They know how to... I'm sorry. Forgot to delete. Anyway, so the match, I don't know. I have a funny feeling. I think that it's going to be just fine. I don't know that it's going to be like I want to remember, like I talked about before, like Shawn and Taker from WrestleMania 25. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I want to remember. Or Triple H and Undertaker from 27 and 28. And that's a long time ago now. That's the matches I want to remember them, and not maybe this, even though it might be just fine. Mm-hmm. My biggest hope is they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's better to go into something like this with shallow expectations than it is to go in with high expectations. So if they don't have a great match, it's like, I sort of figured. But if they do have a great match, then it's really something great. It's kind of like what we got with Brock Lesnar and Goldberg at WrestleMania last year. I didn't expect much out of that one. It ended up being great. So maybe we'll get a little bit of that at Saudi Arabia. What time do you think you'll be up to watch it? Prediction time.
I bet we start watching it around 12. 12?
You're not going to get up till 12.
I'll wake up before then, but I guarantee we don't start watching it until it's over.
No way. I bet 8:30 we start.
8:30?
You get up every day at what? 7, right? Quarter to 7?
6:30.
6:30. So I think you'll be up by 7:30. Ready to watch it at 8. That's my prediction. Let's see who's right. You think 12, I think 8.
I think we'll wait until there's food and we'll eat.
I want to watch it so I can get on with my weekend.
Okay.
If you wait till noon, the whole weekend's shot. So let's see. All right. Well, I'm curious to see what some of you guys think. If anybody out there is excited about the Super Showdown.
If anybody's gonna wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. Tell you what, if I'm right, time for a little Too Sweet. If we started at 8 o'clock.
Is this like Jeopardy where like anything over, it's my time?
No.
Yes.
Whoever's closer, 8 or noon, you
like,
give me the Too Sweet.
I think it's like The Price is Right.
Okay. I don't. So it's Too Sweet
It's
time.
just like The Price is Right.
Too Sweet.
If it's over 8 o'clock.
Let's practice the Too Sweet now, just in case I'm right.
No.
Just a little bit of practice. Too Sweet.
No.
All right. Never with the Too Sweet. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Sorry the video got weird in the middle. That was probably Orchid's fault. Or someone. Maybe Barack Obama. I don't know who to blame on this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. We will see you in 7 days.